Oh hey YouTube, what's really good? I'm in Vivid Color, your coach of the South Texas Sableyes, and I'm here today with your week 5 team builder for the PGBL. I know I've missed the last 2 weeks and I'm terribly sorry about that. Week 4, I was just kind of busy. Week 3, I could not upload that video because the way I filmed it, I gave away all of my sets and then I had to face Randy again this week. So going into this video, just know that our opponent this week is Randy, who was my opponent week 3, who utterly crushed me. The Texas Rangers team is phenomenal, but I'm incredibly confident this week because I've had a friend of mine named Ultra Player helping me build my team, helping me sort of craft my sets, and his link is going to be in the description down below, links to his Twitter, his YouTube account, and then also, if I remember, I'll put a card up here somewhere saying, hey, go check out Randy's channel, and then at the end of the video I'll also put a card to go subscribe to his channel. You absolutely should. He posts a lot of competitive content. He's really good. The way his mind works is kind of phenomenal for draft format, and I'm really glad I had him helping me build my team. Okay, so let's just get right into this. Every Pokemon that the Rangers have access to is listed up above, and specifically the top row of Pokemon are the ones that I predict Randy's going to bring. Those being Mega Pinsir, Tapu Fini, Magearna, Conkeldurr, Hydreigon, and Dhelmise. If you watched the last battle, you'll know that he brought Weezing instead of Conkeldurr, but I'm predicting that switch because Conkeldurr puts out a lot more offensive pressure, and I think it's still relatively good against my team. The only other Pokemon I could see him bringing from the bottom row is Reuniqueless, because Ultra Play and I have talked about this, and it would be a terror, so I'm actually dedicating specific slots on my team just to take care of Reuniqueless, because if I don't, I think I can just get swept by it. So that being said, I think the Mega Pinsir is going to be the very basic Swords Dance set. I don't think that Mega Pinsir really has another set that's super effective. So I'm assuming Swords Dance, Return, Quick Attack, and then probably Substitute is what he brought last time. It seems really good against my team, which can throw out a lot of status elements. Other than that, it could be Close Combat or Earthquake. The Tapu Fini is what I'm predicting to be the Defogger. That's what it was last time, but we have tech for Tapu Fini this week. Let me tell you, we have tech. Other than that, I'm assuming Surf, Moonblast, and then a Flex slot, probably a Hidden Power. The Magearna, I think, is going to be the same set that he brought last week. I think that that's probably one of the better sets you can have against me. It had a little bit of speed investment because it outsped my Pelipper at 0 speed investment, which it would have to be slightly invested to do that. And it was, I think, Trick Room, Fleur Cannon, Shadow Ball, and, well, Trick Room, Fleur Cannon, Shadow Ball, and I'm 100% predicting Energy Ball this week since Mega Swampert is released. The Conkeldurr I'm predicting to come as an Assault Vest set. If there's anything I've learned from watching Randy's battles, it's that he loves a good Assault Vest set, and Conkeldurr is one of the best Assault Vest Pokemon. It can have Drain Punch, so it gets access to offensive recovery. It can have Steel type moves to sort of check my Clefable. It can speed creep my Clefable very easily. I think the Conkeldurr is a perfect fit here, which is why I'm predicting him to bring it this week. The Hydreigon is 100% going to be the Choice Scarf set. I can't imagine him bringing it any other way. Without it having a Choice Scarf, I think it loses a lot of effectiveness against my team because just a base Garchomp with speed investment would outspeed it, and I think he knows that. Also, I would 100% assume that he'll have some type of coverage to deal with Clefable on it, because otherwise Clefable just walls this thing to no end. The last Pokemon, 100% I know he will bring is Dhelmise. Dhelmise is a hard counter to Mega Swampert. I think Ice Punch from Mega Swampert does something around 40 to 50%. If I get a +1 from a Power Up Punch, then it's going to do around 70 to 80, give or take, if I'm remembering the calcs right. Dhelmise is bulky. It's going to have an Assault Vest 100% of the time. Power Whip does a large chunk to most Pokemon on my team. Anchor Shot can trap. It can have Rapid Spin, even though I don't think it will. I 100% predict him to bring Earthquake because he's been packing Earthquake on this thing every week, and it's really good against a few of my Pokemon. So that's the team I'm predicting him to bring, and like I said, the only things off the bottom row I could predict him to bring other than that would be the Reuniqueless or the Weezing. I'm not at all worried about the Weezing. If he brings it, that's sort of pressure off my chest. I feel like Conkeldurr just does a lot more to pressure my team, and Reuniqueless does infinitely more to pressure my team. I just don't know that he'll bring it. Okay, so Randy's team aside, let's get into the good stuff. Let's start talking about my team, the team I'm going to be bringing this week. So starting off with its very first ever appearance in the PGBL, we have this beautiful Magmortar. The Magmortar's nickname is Satan. It's a fire demon type thing, so I figured why not? Fire Blast, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, Substitute, Electrium Z. This thing is meant to lure in Tapu Fini and chunk it hard. Electrium Z deals anywhere between 90 to 100% of damage to Tapu Fini. This thing has a non-0% chance to Oko Tapu Fini, which is raised even further if rocks are in play. This thing is going to be a nightmare for his team. I just bring it in on something that it's faster than, that cannot handle it basically, or that's locked into a move that does 0 to Magmortar. I substitute up and I just go to town, clicking Fire Blast against the Mega Pinsir, the Magearna, the Dhelmise, the Thunderbolt for the Pinsir, the Tapu Fini, and then Focus Blast is going to chunk hard the Hydreigon. Without any bulk investment, I actually think that Focus Blast might be a one-shot on the Hydreigon, which is kind of what I'm predicting. Okay, so moving on, we're also bringing the Sharknado. This is going to be the pure tank version. It has just enough speed investment to outspeed max speed Magearna. Other than that, it's full defense, full HP, or it's full HP and then I think 204 into defense. It's going to be able to take hits. It's going to be able to wear the Pinsir down if he brings the Conkeldurr. It's going to be able to not really live in Ice Punch, but we can switch into moves that are not Ice Punch. It also checks the Dhelmise because we're bringing Crunch on it this week, which was, again, 100% a suggestion by Ultra Player. So far, all of this tech has been Ultra Player's brilliant mind, that being the Magmortar with Electrium Z and Crunch on the Garchomp. I think this thing is going to put in work. We're going to get up our rocks, and it's going to be pretty clean to do so. We're going to be able to force things out. We're going to be able to outspeed and chunk the Magearna. If it's at, I think, around 60%, we can just one-shot it with the Earthquake. Garchomp is going to do a ton of work this week. I'm predicting that 100%. Moving on, we're starting to establish our core here. Garchomp is really physically bulky. This Clefable is 100% special bulk. I've been running mixed bulk most weeks, but this week it's just all into special defense and HP. That's because I want this thing to be able to eat up any really strong special type attacks that might come its way. This thing will do relatively well against the Magearna, against the Tapu Fini. We can pass wishes like no other. I think that this Clefable is going to be really good at pivoting in and out. I don't expect it to really put in a lot of work unless it knocks out the Hydreigon. I think that the Clefable and the Garchomp are starting to form a really strong defensive core, and they both have a lot of utility. Moving on, we have Raid. This raid is different from every other raid I've brought so far. That's because this raid doesn't have a way to remove hazards. Fun fact, I don't have hazard removal on this team at all because I don't think that the Rangers can bring hazards. Every Pokemon that sets up hazards, it's a liability to the team. Dugtrio, he can't bring that. If it has a Focus Sash and it gets broken by my entry hazards, it's dead. If he brings Regirock, it cannot deal with my stab water type moves. It's gone, it's a liability, he can't do it. And if he brings Stealth Rocks on Pinsir, he's wasting a move slot. I do not think he can afford to do that. So we're just flat no hazard removal. This thing's running Spikes, Toxic, Gyro Ball, Volt Switch. It's full physical defense and full HP. I expect it to come in, maybe set up a layer of Spikes, but I really expect it to just pivot in and Volt Switch out most of the time. The first time that I get to set up Spikes is going to be fantastic because it's going to really wear down his team hard. I brought Toxic Spikes in week 3, and that was a garbage idea. For some reason, I thought that Toxic Spikes procced through terrain. It does not. Let me be the first to inform you, if they switch something in and you have Toxic Spikes on the field, it does not proc through terrain. It does catch the Fini coming in when terrain's not up, but other than that, it's kind of useless. Remember how I said we're bringing specific tech just to deal with Reuniqueless? That is the Toxic on Raid. Toxic is just here to come in, Toxic Reuniqueless if I have Sturdy up, and then switch out. We need to have residual damage on that thing so that we can wear it down over time, and that's also part of the reason we're not bringing hazard removal. This defensive core is 100% how I'm going to win this week. I'm going to play the control role until I can turn the corner and just kind of sweep through an already weakened team, or just do enough damage that all the residual damage has started to add up and his team has nothing left. We're bringing the standard Lotus that we've brought every week so far. It's mixed bulk, but instead of Scald, we have Knockoff because I think it offers better utility. Most of his team is not hindered by Scald, and anytime I would want to click Scald, I would probably rather click Hurricane. Lotus's role this week is going to be switching into physical hits that it can take relatively well, roosting off some damage, pivoting out with U-turn to a check, and or clicking Hurricane on Pokemon where I think that that's reasonable, maybe clicking Knockoff if I think it's a good play. But its main role is to set up the terrain for this beautiful creature. we finally have Mega Swampert. Mega Swampert is going to be incredibly bulky. It's going to have enough speed to outspeed a Shift Gear Magearna. Originally, we were just going to put enough speed in it to outspeed Choice Scarf Hydreigon, but we thought that the Shift Gear Magearna might show up, and if it does, we should probably prepare for that. So it has enough speed to outspeed that. It's going to be able to pick up +1s in attack if it can get off a free power-up punch ever. It's going to two-shot most things in the rain with Waterfall, and Earthquake absolutely destroys the Magearna unless it's holding a Shucka Berry, which is something I'm low-key worried about. I'm just really excited to finally have Phelps on the team, and I 100% hope that it gets to come and display its dominance and be the beast that it's meant to be. I hope that we get to see it do at least a little bit of work, because I've been complaining about not having it for 4 straight weeks, and we finally have it, and it's wonderful. So this is the team I'm bringing, and one question I have for you is, which member of my team has the best nickname? Which nickname on my team are you the most fond of? Let me know in the comment section down below. We'll call that the question of the day. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video and you're excited for week 5 and you just want us to absolutely destroy the Rangers, then please go ahead and leave a like on this video. It would mean so much to me and let me know that you are enjoying this content. If you're new here and this is your summer and you just need a lot of Pokemon content to fill your time with, then now is the best time to subscribe to my channel. Let me tell you, I have so much free time this summer, and I'm going to be putting out a massive wave of content. So if you're new here, please go ahead and consider clicking that like button, because realistically, all that's gonna happen is you're going to see my face a lot more, because we're going to have a lot more content. And let's be serious, that's a great thing. Those things being said, I'm kind of done here, guys, and I gotta leave. Bye.